like I said.
Dude, I'm more than 15 feet away, man.
Just back over there, please. Because I don't want you by my car.
I'm not going to touch nothing to your car.
Just hang out back there for me, please.
Hey, directives again. I'm just only going to step back because you have a gun and you look like...
Please don't touch me. Do not touch me.
Hey, you better back up.
What law says I have to back up?
He's going through someone's personal information.
What law? What law?
You're going to be obstructing with our investigation.
I need a license and insurance.
Have I done anything wrong? You suspect me of committing a crime?
And I need your license too, if you've got one.
You're required to identify yourself.
Well,
You're not being charged with anything.
I understand that. I understand that, officer, but I do understand California law. Unless you have reasonable suspicion.
When the police come knocking on your door, it is not just a conversation between two parties. It is a confrontation between authority and personal freedom. In a law-abiding society, citizens' rights go beyond the right to live freely. They also include the right to be protected, even within the privacy of their own home. The situations that unfold in your own home, where you have the right to demand respect and legal protection, sometimes become decisive moments for fairness and rights. Is the right to film the police while they are carrying out their duties a legitimate act or an infringement on authority? Do the police have the right to ask you for identification without a valid reason? These questions not only concern individuals, but also reflect the nature of a society with a strong legal foundation, where every citizen has the right to protect themselves from abuse of power. When citizens exercise their right to observe, the police's attitude and actions must comply with legal regulations and ensure the rights of the people are protected.
Like I said.
Dude, I'm more than 15 feet away, man.
Just back over there, please. Because I don't want you by my car.
I'm not going to touch nothing to your car.
Just hang out back there for me, please.
Hey, directives again. I'm just only going to step back because you have a gun and you look like...
May 2020, a man living near the scene stood about 15 to 50 feet away to film the police at work. He did not interfere or obstruct them. He simply recorded what was happening, something that citizens have the right to do under the U.S. Constitution, specifically the First Amendment, which protects freedom of speech and the right to film in public spaces. However, the police repeatedly asked him to leave. The man felt offended and believed their actions were unlawful and an abuse of power. He voiced his opposition, stating that many poor people are treated unfairly because they cannot afford to hire a lawyer. And filming was his way of protecting the rights of the people.
I'm 15 feet away.
That's fine. But can you go over there? I'm not going to ask you again. Go in, please record.
I live here. My girl's trying to park in here, man. So I just record it right here. I'm far enough, man.
How do you want it? Just step back.
Yeah, I'm just saying. My girl's trying to park here. I'm trying to see what's going on. That's it. Right. Just recording what's going on, man.
That's fine. I just don't want y'all.
I ain't no threat, man. Just making sure ain't no one getting hurt by anybody or anything like that. Violence people's rights.
Sidewalk there, sir?
I don't need to go sidewalk.
No,
I'm right here.
You to go to the sidewalk.
I live here, man. Don't tell me where to go. Don't tell me where to go, sir. I live here. It's where I stay. You guys don't live here. Don't tell me where to go.
Sir, I don't mind you recording, but I just don't want
And you guys always say that, dude. You guys always say that. I'm just recording, dude.
I don't mind you recording, but I need you to go to the sidewalk. I don't want you by these cars, okay?
Cars?
I don't know that. That's what I'm asking.
If you don't know, then why you guys are tripping off me? I know, but I'm not doing nothing. I live here. I can walk around and go to the other side. I can go inside and come right on the other side. I live here, sir. Can I walk through? Is it good?
No, not right now.
All right, well, let's go to the other side then.
Okay, that's fine. We'll see you on the other side.
Oh, okay. So you guys don't want me to see what's going on? Be careful, sir.
Thank you. No, that's fine.
No, we don't mind to see what's going on, but like you said...
I know, but I'm not doing anything, so
I just don't want you to buy my car. You can go to the sidewalk.
Buy your car, dude. I pay for that. I pay taxes, dude. What are you talking about? No one do nothing to your car, dude. I live here, man. Don't, please try not to, like, tell me where to go.
Are you trying to go inside?
I'm trying to be free. I'm trying to be free. Thank you. Trying to tell me where to go, stand on the sidewalk? What are you talking about, man? Stop giving me directives, please, sir.
Directives?
Yeah, you're telling me what to do. Like, dude, you claim me on your taxes or something? Am I your son? You can go over there and conduct your business, dude. I'm not interfering. My words alone can't be interference. This is my right to record. You guys are blocking this whole thing. People are trying to get in and out. They live here. You guys don't need to block that. Dude, you guys can park somewhere else. You guys need one car over here. Just walk in and the cars can get in and out. You guys are blocking the whole thing, man. The stare down, not very intimidating. He literally tried to make me walk from home where I live at to make me go stand over there. Like this is his property. Like he is here. Oh, this ain't your neighborhood. Over in your neighborhood, you're pulling people over here. That's what you're doing. Trying to take money from broke people that can't even pay these bills, can't afford attorneys. You guys just harassing people, man. I literally don't even have to go anywhere to see you guys do what you do. You guys do it in front of my house or block down. Conduct your dirty ass business in your neighborhood for your fucking neighbors. Have you ever turned in an officer for misconduct? Huh? You ever testified against another cop? I bet not. I just don't like bad cops, dude. That's it. I want to see cops do shit, man. I've met some good cops, dude. On bad cops. You heard about that? It's a big ass thing right now, dude. Yeah, well, I'm gonna keep talking. So, doing the finger thing. Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. There's a cop. He went on Instagram and said, pretty much, people will rise up one day if you guys keep violating their rights. The Hitler guy. I remember you. Yeah, he was doing the same thing over there, man. Nelson, nothing against you. I don't know you, so I don't have no hard feelings against you. But I know that cop right there, and I know what he does. So, but you were trying to like tell me what to do, and you know that's why I kind of got on you a little bit. Hey, just make sure you're 15 feet away, man. But I like to give a little bit more. I don't want to get too close. I know you guys got a job to do and I really don't know what's going on. You know, you guys didn't tell me. I did know what was going on, and I've seen them rights violated, dude. It's crazy. People that were parked got pulled over, pulled them all out, put them in handcuffs. Like, imagine you never been in handcuffs before. First time in your life. You know, that's especially if you didn't do nothing, you know? People shouldn't have to get used to cops pulling them over and just asking them their names or telling them what to do. Unlawful orders, you know, that kind of thing.
The public continues to assert its right to monitor government activities, especially the right to film the police, which the law permits. He expressed anger at being treated like a criminal when he had done nothing wrong, and pointed out the abuse of power by the police when they searched and forced people into cars, which goes against their oath to protect human rights. The feeling of being disregarded and disrespected was evident in the passive attitude of the police, making the public feel oppressed and voiceless. The story highlights the importance of understanding personal rights in society, especially the right to observe and protect oneself from police abuse of power.
They don't want to talk out here, wants to get in the car. Right? Blocking up everything. Taking sweaty ass gloves off now. There you go.
Just back there, like I said.
Dude, I'm more than 15 feet away, man.
Just back over there, please. Because I don't want you by my car.
I'm not going to touch nothing to your car.
Just hang out back there for me, please.
There you directives again. I'm just only going to step back because you have a gun and you look like you're trying to touch me. So, dude, what's your problem? Like, what did I do? I didn't do nothing. Not touching the, I mean, touching the car. I'm not even looking at it. You can sit on it. You guys push people against the cars all the time and search them. So you're worried about me being around your car. That you didn't pay for this car. The taxpayer paid for this car. It's my car. That uniform you got on, that's mine. So what the yeah, it's called taxpayers' money, man. And I work hard for my money. You make probably way better money than me. So I don't think I should be treated like the way you're trying to treat me right now, bro. Treat me like I'm a criminal. I didn't do anything. I'm just a member of the public, man. So I gotta step back farther. So you just like flank me with the car, like I can't stand there now. Is that why you guys did that? Like a little plan? Back farther. What the f? I'm just trying to see what's going on. Nah, I can't. It's too good. Damn, you're nosy. Nosy as hell. What you doing? Try to check out my old lady or something? They ain't broke your neck, bro. Come on, that's disrespectful, man. That's what you guys do, though. You disrespect people all day, find people that don't know their rights. You guys are predators. You guys remember the oath you guys, took? First thing was, what? Take care of our rights, right? It doesn't say officer safety and all that bullshit. It said nothing about that. It just says, protect the rights of the people, right? Pretty much, summed up. Nelson here, he plays that. But inside, there's anger just built up. See it. Believe me, I've seen it. Because you're acting cool, and then all of a sudden you approached me and can't wait to grab somebody. Tell someone what to do. They're not your friends. Even though when they act cool, man, they're telling you hi and all that. Dude, they don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck about us, man. Tyranny right there, man. Let me zoom in on that. Make it look good, buddy. Tyranny right there. Right in the face. This guy. You guys wear those glasses so much you guys get those weird tans on your guys' ears and it's hella funny. Weirdos. Love their gloves. It's just for commentary.
Do you think the attitude of the police in this video truly aligns with the rights and respect owed to citizens? Or is there something that needs improvement? Can you record the police while they are carrying out their duties? Let's explore the answer in this video.
Please don't touch me. Do not touch me.
Yeah, you better back up.
What law says I have to back up?
He's going through someone's personal
What
information. You
law?
cannot.
What law?
You're going to be obstructing with our investigation.
In February 2023, in Hayward, California, a citizen was recording the police as they worked at the scene. The police asked him to step back, claiming that filming was illegal due to the presence of personal information. The conversation highlights the conflict between citizens' rights and police actions in public spaces. According to the First Amendment, citizens have the right to film the police as long as they do not physically obstruct them. The police requested the citizen to stay away to protect personal information, but the responsibility to maintain privacy lies with them, not the public. The accusation of obstructing the investigation has no merit without any physical interference. Preventing filming or physical contact could violate constitutional rights. There is no law prohibiting public filming in this situation.
Can I do something for you, my man?
Can I have your name, please?
What's that? Right here. My name is Jay Ross.
Could I ask you what we had going on here?
What's that?
Could I ask what we had going on?
It's police business. Official police business.
Have a call here?
Yes.
Okay. Could I ask you what the call's about?
You can, but I'm not going to answer you. It's confidential.
Okay.
All right.
Do you have an identification number by chance?
612.
612.
612. Yep.
Thank you very much.
So I'm good with you. I'm good with you filming me.
I don't have to move anywhere. There's no law that says I can't be here.
Person's confidential information.
Well, you're gonna have to keep that private then.
What's that?
You're gonna have to keep that private then.
My man, I'm gonna ask you to back away from the car so I.
Is there a law that says I have to back away, sir?
Right to keep his information.
What law is that?
Would you want someone? Would you want?
Are you referring to the Fourth Amendment?
Would you want somebody to film you while all your information was on the screen?
Well, it's not about what I want. You said that there's a law, so now I'm trying to find out what that law is.
Man. Hey, Dang. Hey, I'm trying to just get his info. Could you just block? I don't want him to see his personal information.
From exercising my constitutional rights?
Man, I'm about to bring up somebody's personal information, and I'm not going to show it to you.
So you're asking an officer to block the view of my camera? You're asking your officer to block the view of my camera? Please don't touch me. Do not touch me.
Yeah, you better back up.
What law says I have to back up?
He's going through someone's personal
information.
Law? You're going to be obstructing with our investigation.
How so, ma'am? How am I obstructing when I'm not in between him and his...
Like your
how is that obstructing? What about what I want?
Look, you can record.
I can record right here.
You can record over there.
No, I can record right here.
You can record over
Call
there.
a supervisor. I'm not talking to you.
You want to talk?
Bring him. I'm not talking to you anymore. My camera.
He's good. He can record. I'm angled.
You're good?
We're good.
Absolutely insane, man. So now we're good. So there wasn't a law that says I can't do this?
Man, You need. So what we're trying to do is.
No, you just lied to me. What law that is?
Look.
If there is a, I'm not gonna touch. No, I'm not. No. Back it up.
So
You said record that. I'm requesting you to tell me what law that is.
I'm telling you, we're doing an investigation.
So you're just
now.
dancing around the question because you have nothing to back up your claim that it's against the law to record that. You guys have to make it private. I'm allowed to stand in public and exercise my constitutional rights.
Yeah, that was our issue.
You also said I was obstructing. Do you know the definition of the word obstructing? It's a physical act. I'm not physically obstructing. My constitutional rights cannot be obstructing.
Like I said, when someone's looking through someone's personal records,
I'm not looking through anyone's personal records.
you're recording.
That is an exaggeration, ma'am.
Posted, that is someone's personal information. We have sensitive computer systems.
So you have to keep that private.
Exactly.
Okay.
But
you can't violate my rights to do your job. Do you understand that? Your job is to keep it private.
But you're interfering, is what I'm saying.
No. Educated on the subject.
Okay, so.
How long have you been with the police?
How long have you been a police officer?
I haven't. I'm not.
So what is the argument?
Are you an expert on the law?
Okay.
You are right now. Are you serious?
Is that your job?
This is insane. So now it's just we're gonna belittle me and is that your job?
No,
obviously, you're interrupting me from doing what I'm doing. Next to me, you said that I wasn't allowed to record that. You said it was against the law.
I'm trying to ask you nicely.
It doesn't matter how nice you ask somebody to violate their rights. That's a violation of my rights. Guys, you guys can't violate his identity. Am I wrong or am I right?
After the sergeant arrived, the citizen continued filming and asserted his right to record in public. The sergeant admitted there was no law against filming, but asked him to stop filming screens that contained confidential information. Unnecessary physical contact between the officers and the person filming suggests possible abuse of power. The lack of a specific law cited to stop the filming reflects actions lacking a legal basis. The case of Glick v. Cuniff, First Circuit, 2011, affirmed that citizens have the right to film the police in public without being arrested. The change in police behavior once they realized they were being filmed demonstrates an attempt to control citizens' actions.
How we doing, Sarge?
Oh man, just another day.
So could I ask you, is there a law that says I can't record into his window?
So this is the thing. Is there a law that says no? There isn't a law. No, but if there's confidential information up, that's only required for law enforcement, and you're not law enforcement, you cannot record that.
What law says that? You guys have to keep it private. Exercising my rights, you can't violate my rights.
I'm not trying to violate your rights.
No, not you specifically. I'm just saying in general. You can't violate a citizen's rights to exercise their.
Dude, you know your rights.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not trying to argue with you.
Well, no, I'm not. It's not about the moral aspect. It's about they told me there's a law that I can't stand here and record that.
Yeah.
But you can't violate my rights to do that.
True, but you cannot record what's on that.
But what law says that? Is there a penal code?
Yes, there's laws.
Would you mind looking it up?
I will give it to you. That's no problem.
A little close.
I know.
We're good. I'm good with him. I don't.
So this is what Sergeant's physically trying to butt me out of the way. He's pressing his body up into me right now. Touching your leg. Are you serious?
Actually, it's not, because that would make me feel very uncomfortable at once.
Oh my God. This is insanity, bro. I told him my touching his leg. He was standing so close. He took a little. Look how close he is. I can still see all the info though. It just makes no sense. So it's about.
First off,
so you're gonna touch. You're gonna punch me?
I'm telling you, you cannot record.
Are
that
you gonna
stuff.
arrest me? My hand with the phone,
dude. I'm telling you.
Is there a law?
Listen. I'm trying to respect.
Is that a
rights,
lawful order?
Yes, you cannot record the stuff.
Can you please tell me what law?
I will give it to you. I will give it to you. After we're done, I will give it to you. I have no problem doing that.
So you're just gonna violate? You just touched me.
I didn't violate you, man.
Oh my goodness. I'm playing with you. I'm playing a
victim role.
I'm a victim. Oh my goodness. You guys are the ones crying about me standing here recording. You're the ones who made all this big deal. 3 officers coming up and touching me and bumping into me.
Well, first off,
you bumped into me. There's no debating that.
I bumped into you. I'm not gonna argue with you. Let's take a look.
All right. Wait, now that we've been a bunch. What's your name?
I just told you my name. Do you not have a good memory?
Do I not have a good memory?
Yeah, I told it to you earlier.
More disrespect.
You can go back.
More disrespect.
Go back in the recording.
More disrespect.
I gave it to you. Remember, you asked for my badge number
homeboy.
too. You don't remember?
I got a bad memory.
Well, you're citing all these.
You want to talk?
don't remember?
Citing all these codes, what code have I cited?
You asked me my name and my badge number.
What code have I cited? What are you even talking about?
I want to help. Go back in your
all
bed.
this for no, and I still recorded all the info on there. And I still got the info.
You're acting like you have a really good memory. I don't want to make sure.
I'm acting like what?
Yeah.
What a piece of...
Look out, man. I'm moving.
Shut the...
Police actions should be examined within the context of citizens' right to film in public, emphasizing the need to comply with legal regulations while performing their duties to protect the rights of all parties. Every citizen has basic rights that cannot be violated, even by the police.
I need a license and insurance.
Have I done anything wrong? You suspect me of committing a crime?
And I need your license too, if you've got one.
In May 2015, a husband refused to leave when the police asked and asserted that he knew his rights. This action is protected by the Fifth Amendment, which protects the right to remain silent and refuse to provide information that could potentially incriminate oneself. Additionally, under the Fourth Amendment, the police cannot ask for identification without a legal reason or suspicion of a crime. Asking the husband to leave without clear illegal behavior violated his right to freedom of movement, which is also protected by the Fourth Amendment. The police can only ask someone to leave if there is a legal basis or a warrant for arrest.
I'm not doing nothing wrong.
I'm telling you to leave. Do you understand me, sir?
And I'm telling you, I'm not doing nothing wrong.
What happened, sir?
What's your name?
Whose?
Both of y'all. What is your names? What's your name?
I have done nothing wrong. I don't have to give you my name.
Yes, sir, you do.
That's where you're wrong.
License, insurance. I need both.
Anything wrong?
I need a license and insurance.
Have I done anything wrong? You suspect me of committing a crime?
And I need your license too, if you've got one. Or I can just have this car towed.
Why don't you just go get your superior officer out here? About that.
Do you have a license?
Yes, I have a license.
And I need to see it.
No?
Yes, sir.
I know my rights. Okay? Better than you. Do not touch my wife.
I'm not touching your wife.
Don't touch her phone. You got that?
Sir?
I said, did you hear me?
Sir, I heard you. Do you have a
Okay.
license?
And yes, I got a license.
Show me your license. Your license, sir. Give me your license, sir.
Give me a superior officer out here.
Come here, Toy.
If you find yourself in a similar situation, you have the right to ask the police to explain why they are intervening and refuse to provide information unless there is a valid reason. If they attempt to seize your property without a court order, you have every right to protect yourself. You also have the right to protect your family from unlawful interference and to ask to speak with a superior if you feel you are being treated unfairly. Moreover, you can record the incident and share it with the community if your rights are being violated. Knowing your rights not only helps you protect yourself, but also your family, giving you confidence and security in any situation.
Well, he really tried to grab my phone.
Should have headbutted him.
Is that your coat?
We ain't doing nothing wrong. It's all right to film, to do whatever.
Yeah, freedom of the press.
Well, fucking weird doing my hair.
Walking. That dude's probably telling him he really can't make him do anything.
Exactly. What'd I tell you?
Shut up.
We should just drive through the red lights.
Huh?
What'd I tell you?
Yeah, look at them over there.
Yeah.
Don't touch my wife. Did you hear me? Mm-hmm. I'll probably come out of the house and make up some make-believe bullcrap. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I didn't fold up for him.
Judy's trying to get me right now. Don't be doing that, boy. Tell the cops now. Right through there. See what's going on over there.
No, I ain't trying to pass police birthday. But I'm outside of it, and that means I.
Mom, you still going on camera? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking, we have post that on your fucking TV or YouTube.
Did you get it to where the dude tried to grab your phone?
Yeah, she's been recording all the time. Time to go rob a gas station over there in town. Hit 450. Because they're all here.
Well, you really shouldn't say that in case they confiscate my phone as evidence.
They got the challengers. He's probably calling his wife.
Calling his boyfriend. Some guy just put me out.
Call your mom and ask her what's up. Call your mom and ask her what's up.
She ain't gonna know. Check Henderson watch.
I don't have Facebook.
Wheel.
I don't have Wi-Fi.
Oh shit.
Where's your phone?
Ain't that it?
I don't do Facebook.
Didn't you?
The browser.
I had it set up on that one time. I don't do it all the time.
I bet somebody just went in there and killed herself or something. I know, I'm in the same kind of...
It was like this, I tried to press it.
No, he dropped the phone and I'm like, I know, me too. I'm kind of like...
What?
I feel like...
I can't read something wrong because we want to cop that.
Raised in fearful. Yeah.
Do you hear him?
Well,
Ever since I was a young
Look, now the whole nail salon's come back over here. Huh?
y'all
Yeah.
got some nails there?
That ain't
Yeah.
the nail salon, that's the dance thing.
That is the nail salon and dance team.
Superior officer. These people, can they poke me? Can they talk to me like that?
Yeah.
Knowing and properly exercising your rights helps you protect yourself and your family in encounters with the police. It is also a way for everyone to work together in building a fair society where no one is treated unjustly or lives in fear of abuse of power. Do the police have the right to ask you for identification if you're just filming what's happening around you?
You're required to identify yourself.
Well,
You're not being charged with anything.
I understand that. I understand that, officer, but I do understand California law. Unless you have reasonable suspicion that...
On January 23, 2017, at the Susan J. Gianfrido Juvenile Justice Center in Santa Maria, California, a citizen conducted a First Amendment audit by filming from the public sidewalk outside the juvenile detention and court facility. This action was considered suspicious by a passerby who called 911 to report it. When the police arrived, the filmer explained that he was gathering material for a blog post and refused to provide identification, citing the right not to give ID without reasonable suspicion of committing a crime. The filmer then requested to speak with a supervisor to clarify the situation.
Hello there.
Hi.
Hey, I just called 911. I thought it was kind of unusual that you're taking photographs of a, now you're taking photographs of me, I take it. Okay. Facility, it's a lockdown facility.
Well, I don't see how that's any of your concern, sir.
See, it's any of my business? Okay, well let 911 talk to you then.
Okay, well, I'm on a public sidewalk. They're more than happy. Hi, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Great, thank you.
So Juvenile Hall wanted to know why you're videotaping their building.
On?
Okay. Is that for like school or something?
Just I have a blog and such.
Okay. Do you have ID on you?
I prefer not to identify.
Okay, I'd like to see it. You're required by law to get
Convicted of committing a crime, I'm not required to.
You're filming a government building.
From a public sidewalk.
Right, that's
which is
fine.
perfectly legal.
Right. I have the right to detain you by yourself.
Well,
You're not being charged with anything.
I
You're not
understand that. I understand that, officer, but I do understand California law. Unless you have reasonable suspicion that I've actually committed a crime, from a building from a public sidewalk, which is protected by the First Amendment, is not a crime.
No, but I have the right to detain you to figure out what's going on. Okay? You got a video camera, 2 video cameras. Okay?
Okay.
And Juvenile Hall is concerned. Okay? If no crime is committed, then no big deal. Okay? But I do have the right to identify you.
Unless you have reasonable suspicion that I've actually committed a crime, I'm not required to identify myself.
Yes,
no, I'm not.
Being detained.
Okay, officer, what am I being detained for?
Persistent acting all weird in front of you.
Well, suspicion is not a crime.
Right, it's not probable cause. It's reasonable suspicion to detain you to investigate what's going on.
Okay, and I just told you what's going on. At this point, I'd like to speak to a supervisor, so I would ask that you call a sergeant out here.
Absolutely.
The police have the right to detain and investigate if there is reasonable suspicion of criminal activity. However, in this case, filming from the public sidewalk was not illegal, and detaining the filmer lacked a basis without clear evidence of a crime. When there is no reasonable suspicion of criminal activity, requesting identification could be considered an infringement on personal freedom, according to regulations that protect citizens' rights in public spaces.
How you doing, dude?
Hi, how are you doing, sir?
Good. What's going on today?
Just gathering content for a little story. And like B-roll for a little story I'm doing.
Cool. What's the story on?
It's just for a blog I write.
What's the blog about?
I'd rather not say it this time because it's not published yet, so, you know, just getting some B-roll.
Okay, but you understand why we came out here?
I understand.
Okay. Do you think it's a little weird that you're out here filming Juvenile Hall?
Okay. Well, I've been on the public sidewalk the whole time.
No, that's
I
fine.
haven't gone on.
Saying, but we just want to make sure that you're not coming out here trying to snoop around and do something. Because people tend to do reconnaissance, you know?
Yeah.
You want to talk to the sergeant, I take it?
Yeah, because like the other officer, you know, she asked for my ID. I respectfully declined because, you know, I know what my rights are. Unless there's reasonable suspicion that a crime has actually been committed, I'm not required to identify myself. The officer here is suggesting that she has the right to ID me. I'm saying no. So at this point, I think it would be best to have a supervisor come out and we can clarify all this.
That's fine. Make it easy that way.
So just to clarify, I am being legally detained. I'm not free to leave.
I know you haven't done anything criminal. We just asked who you were.
Okay.
That's all.
Well, the other officer here said that I was being detained. So.
I'm at Juvenile Hall.
Okay.
Yeah, I was detaining you to find out who you are.
Oh, so I am being detained.
I am detaining you.
I'm not free to leave then. Okay. All right.
I'm not accusing you of any crime or anything. I'm just trying to figure out why you're out here.
Okay. And like I said, I understand that. You got a call for service. You have to come out and investigate. I explained to you what I was doing. And you've even admitted that I'm not doing anything wrong. There's no crime being committed. Then I really don't understand why I'm being detained then.
Do you want to speak to our sergeant?
If I'm being detained, yes.
Sergeant Lara, Santa Maria Police Department. Today's date is 1/23 of 2017. The time is 16:13 hours. Are you getting that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. I want a stamp too.
Okay.
How can we help you?
Nothing. I just, your officers made contact with me. I explained to them I'm gathering content for a little story I'm doing. So she wanted to see my ID. I told her I'd prefer not to.
Actually, we do have the right to ask you for your ID because they call us here. So we do have your authority. Okay, so if you're doing a story, yes, we do have that right, sir.
Okay, and I explained to your officer that unless I understand California law, I've been through this before.
Okay,
that
we do have reasonable suspicions.
That I've actually committed a crime.
No.
Hear me out, okay?
Okay.
Listen to her.
So we have people that do reconnaissance on police, on our juvenile hall facilities, jail facilities, people that gather information, take video surveillance, do all that kind of stuff for malicious purposes, okay? And I'm not saying that's what you're doing. I don't know what you're doing out here. You're saying that you're doing this for a blog or whatever. So we're detaining you to figure out whether or not you're doing this for malicious purposes or completely innocent purposes. That's totally fine. But we do have the right to identify you, okay? And if we ID you and everything's good to go, then you're fine.
And I have a right to decline because I know the law. I know my right. I'm not trying to be confrontational or anything. I've actually committed a crime. I'm not required
So listen to the officer there.
to identify myself.
So the way a detention works, right? The reason we detain people is to investigate something to see whether or not a crime has been committed. So when we detain somebody, at that point we do not know whether or not a crime has been committed or not yet. Our investigation to identify that person and find out why they're there doing what they're doing. And if no crime has been committed, there's no probable cause, and that person is free to go. Investigation, at that point, the person is required to identify themselves by law. No crime has been committed that I can tell at this point. You're right, that's correct.
Okay.
But we still have the right to detain you and to identify you, okay?
Okay, but what probable cause is there to suspect that I have committed a crime? I'm filming from a public
Sir, if there was
sidewalk.
probable cause, you would be in handcuffs already.
Right.
That's what she's trying to explain to you.
Okay.
It's just to investigate. And we didn't come out here on our own. They contacted us.
Yeah, you got a call for service.
Okay?
I understand
so,
that.
And if you know the law and everything, you know that part too. Okay? It is the officer's right, and we do have a job to do, obviously. Taxpayers pay us to do a job, and this is part of the job.
Okay.
Okay? So all she's asking for identification, know who we're talking to. She's not asking for too much.
I'm respectfully declining.
Okay. Well, we do need an ID, sir.
Okay, well, I'm not going to provide identification. Like I said, I've been through this before. You know, I've been through similar situations.
We're this way and start our camera too. So,
Okay.
And what was the call? All right. This is what's going to happen.
Okay, sir.
Okay. We're going to stand around till you take care of your business. Okay. And then whatever you need for your blog, do the filming here from here, and then then leave when you're ready. Okay. But we're going to stand around here to make sure that the facility is safe.
Okay, that's
because
perfectly
there are
fine.
kids in here, and that's our main concern here. Kids in here, and we don't feel comfortable just leaving you here. So we are going to stick around, and then when you're ready to when you're done, then you can leave. Go in then, okay?
Okay.
And everything will be documented. We're writing a report, and everything, all the pictures and everything. So we have our own little information too. Okay.
Okay.
Or
Okay.
whatever you're going to do.
So I'm no longer being detained. I'm free to go.
You're free to go.
Okay.
The police cannot ask you to provide identification just because you are filming your surroundings unless they have a reasonable basis to suspect you of a crime. Filming in public is entirely legal, and without a clear reason, asking for ID could infringe on your privacy rights. The rights and freedoms of every citizen are the strong foundation of a fair and democratic society. The situations we've explored not only reflect the intersection of power and liberty, but also serve as a powerful reminder that every individual has the right to protect themselves from abuse of power, even when it comes from law enforcement. Understanding and defending our rights is not only each person's responsibility, but also a way to maintain a society that respects and protects human rights. We all have a part to play in making change. If you believe that citizens' rights need to be respected and protected, please like and share this video to spread the powerful message of the power of knowledge. Together, we can build a community where everyone feels safe, free, and empowered in protecting their basic rights.